Growing up, I was really talented in football, but I was just always in the streets and just always getting into trouble. You know, my mom being a single mother with a bunch of kids, it was just hard for her to like keep up with me, you know. I didn't have nothing. We came from nothing. You know, my mom, she came from Puerto Rico when she was 7 years old. She didn't have anything. She worked for everything she's ever had. She's at work after school. I'm just running around, you know, doing things I'm not supposed to be doing. So my grades were declining and I was skipping school every day and, you know, selling drugs and running with the wrong crowd. I remember like I just broke down that one day. Like I just couldn't take it. Like I was in the detention center, you know, I was in my cell. Staring at my window, it's like, I'm never getting out of here, you know? It was like desperation, like I gotta change, like I can't keep doing this. It was just too much. And then, you know, when I came home, it was like, I'm never going back. I just didn't know where my life was gonna take me, and all I had was Gears of War that kind of like keep me like afloat, like emotionally, just something to have fun with, and it gave me that feeling of competing. Like it gave me that almost that football feeling, you know. It had that the skill, the teamwork. It like substituted football in my life, and you know, I'm forever grateful for that. I remember back in those days just playing for 24, 30, 40 hours straight, just couldn't get off, like eyes burning, just having just way too much fun playing rank with my friends. The moment I realized I can probably take this really serious, it was me and a good friend of mine's named X2 Godly. That was like the guy I came up with in Gears of War back then. And we played the #1 doubles team in the world. Is a guy named Mr. Chicken Breast and Crayons. Nobody could beat them at the time. And we played them and we actually beat them. It came down to like tiebreaker round and we won, and like I'm in my crib screaming. I'm just like, let's go, like we beat them, and like we were so happy and excited, and just being able to knock those kind of players off, I was like, you know, yo, we could really do this. Like we could really start going to these LAN events and like, you know, cementing our names in this scene.
We're back here after our first match versus No Name Noobs. You see who I got here with me?
I got my first break, a player named Mentz, who was a little bit more known at the time than me. He brought me onto his team because he seen I was so talented. Like, you know, I would kill everybody.
Demos coming out wide.
So, you know, with his leadership and his guidance as a person and player, he kind of helped, you know, mold me into the player and person I am today.
Let's go! Let's go!
It was during Gears of War Ultimate Edition on the second season. I was playing with Dream Team and we were doing pretty well, and we made it to the season finals.
2 more rounds! What are they doing, Demo?
And we had got second at that event, and then afterwards they made the $1 million announcement. It just changed everything. All my friends and family started to really like see it, like, damn, you know, Edwin, he grinded all these years and now look, he's playing in the $1 million circuit and he's traveling the world now. It's surreal to me, you know, think about where I was at and my mindset 8-9 years ago, and then like look where I'm at now.
His events, he actually traveled by himself. Like he would take the train or the bus to New York. Even if he had to hike it, everyone was getting to his event. He's fulfilling his dream of becoming #1.
It's like a brotherhood, you know. You're playing with these guys. You're probably talking to these guys more than anybody else in your life. You're putting in 7-8 hour days half the time, and you're in a Skype call for 10 hours sometimes, you know, just talking, playing, laughing, arguing. Like you go through your ups and downs. You're mad at each other. You're happy with each other. You know, it feels good to have 4 other guys that you know that they're there for you no matter what.
Let's go, man! Let's go! Let's go!
You learn that in life, that if you want something done right, you know, you got to be serious about it, and you got to just be very relentless. And you know, I really want my son to be successful in life, and you know, as a father, I feel like the only way to make sure is, you know, 1, set a good example, and 2, you know, just think the ideals and morals I feel as though are true and I want to instill in him. I have to be very adamant upon like making sure he's doing the right things in life, and I can't be lenient. And like it's the same thing for Gears. If you want to be the best and you want to be that top team, you know, you got to be very, very relentless in your grind, your work ethic. There's other things in the streets. There's other things in being in the wrong things. You can play video games and make a living. If I can do it, anyone can do it. And that's truly how I feel. Like if I can rise up from Camden, New Jersey in the slums of America and become a professional gamer and an icon in the Gears of War scene, then anyone can do it. And nothing's impossible. My son's gonna know about a lot of this. I want him to know that, like, you know, your dad competed. You know, I know what it takes to compete at the top level of something, and I traveled the world, and I had a fan base, and I've been interviewed, and I've done this and that, and here's what you can do if you do the right things in your life. And it doesn't have to be video games, it could be anything. Just be the best at what you do, and don't worry about anything else.